Good morning, everybody. It's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. I'm kind of out here late, but I'm telling you what, it's in the 50s. It's almost up to 60 now, and it's after 8 o'clock. It's crazy. And the dew point up here is crazy too. All the grass is wet, which is pretty impressive, which is good, fire danger and all that good stuff. But wow, I'm impressed. Usually everything is like crispy, crispy dry everywhere. We do irrigate this little field here above the pond, and I do try to irrigate everything around the house and then up to the fence, the pasture where the cows are. And then uh, the landowner, irrigates, brother-in-law, landowner, whatever, irrigates all three of the cow pastures. So, but usually it's a lot drier. The air is drier, which is kind of interesting. So I am glad about that. So we're out in the garden, and I made a really sad discovery this morning. I've grabbed my sweet potato slips that I diligently have been growing for months, and I noticed they were up there with my houseplants in my kitchen window. My houseplants were looking funky. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Well, I had spider mites, and those are nasty. So I read a thing where if you mix, and it worked, um, half and half, 1-to-1 ratio, rubbing alcohol, just like the stuff you buy at the drugstore, with water and spray them, it will kill the spider mites. And so I would grab the mason jars of my potato slips to bring them out here. And I started looking at them, and I'm like, well, why are some look dead and some don't? And I'm like, oh, they have spider mites. So I'm really sad. So I tossed them. I don't want to introduce that to my garden at all. Not that they couldn't come out here, but so I'm gonna have to vacuum my kitchen really well, and I'm gonna spray that alcohol spray again. I thought it would hurt my houseplants because I even have that beautiful, it's like a fire, that beautiful begonia, which is kind of delicate, and it didn't even hurt that. So I'm excited about that. So I'm next month, the beginning of next month, I've got to plant all my indoor cruciferous for this fall's garden. And I'm like, I don't want to plant anything until I get rid of the spider mites. So, anyways, that's that story. So, I'm out in the garden today. So, I can't plant sweet potatoes. So, that's not going to be on my docket this year. But that's okay. I grow them mainly for my dog because Ronnie and I are not big fans. I like sweet potato curly fries, and that's about it. Um, so anywho, I do want to plant some radishes, and I obviously don't want to plant them so close together like I did the last couple waves. So here we go. Come along, let's do some gardening. I did want to share a little tidbit with you. As you're getting older like me, and I've got all kinds of things going on, I have a garden to-do list. And so when I come in from gardening, when I'm editing my video, I have a list of things to do. So I want to separate my onions into little groups of 4. And that's what my little friends over at the Gathering Basket, it's a new channel that I've been watching. It's fairly new. And these ladies live in Maine, and they are so inspirational. They're in their mid 70s, and they're amazing. So they're the ones that I caught this tip from. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. I also wanted to, I have to cross this off, plant sweet potatoes. There's no sweet potatoes to plant radishes, and then I'm going to put my sprinkler on for tonight. So I've gone, see, what did I put it on Friday night? So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I haven't had water for like 4 days, so that's a good thing. But it has not been that hot. So I want to plant radishes, and then I'll turn on my sprinklers tonight after the sun's off my garden, and then I want to do some worm juice fertilizing tomorrow, and I'll do a videotape on that too. Um, and then I want to start getting together all of the things I want to plant for next month. So I'm pretty excited about it all. All right, so let's do some gardening, kids. All right, so this is where I harvested one of my garlic patches. And I've got to decide That's carrots. I don't want to plant carrots. I want to plant no beets, radishes. So I'm looking at my radish stash. I have a big variety of radishes. So my dog's sitting right next to me here, faithful Johnny. And I've tore up this little bit of dirt. And I want to try and grow these black Spanish radish. And I'm going to be sparingly with my seeds because I don't want to have happen what happened to me before. So I'm not going to really label these. I'm just going to try to put them an inch or so apart. And the good thing about radish is it's one of the quickest things you can grow as far as it coming up. I had a couple extra here. I'm just gonna, oh, look at this. I don't even know what this is. Is it? I think that's a garlic that got left in there. Interesting. Goodbye. All right, so we've got our black ones. I'm keeping things off to the side because, oh, another really good one that I like are these hailstone. I should have ordered more of these. Darn it, I can't remember if I did or not. Speaking of which, MI Gardener, that's these guys. I'll put a link. Is having a huge 25% off sale right now, and if you order, I think it's over $20 worth of seeds, you get free shipping. So you can't beat that with a stick. And I love their seeds. Their germination rate is insanely good. I think I'm going to be sad. I don't think I ordered these. And I don't know if it's too late to add these to my list or not. I hope not. All right, I'm going to nestle these amongst my little black radishes. I just grew those for the fun of it. So these hailstone I've grown for 1 or 2 years now, and they're delicious. I love them. This is MI Gardener hailstone radishes. I don't have very many left, and there's 250 seeds, so that tells you I like them. Let's see. I got one more row. Let's see what we can plant. These are all breakfast radishes. Let's do these little sparkler radish. I've grown these before. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. These are just seeds that I get at Dollar General, believe it or not. Now, these are burpee, I think. Yes, these are burpee. And it's out of their heirloom varieties that they have. Ah, my bag is just about, there we go. Oopsie, that's kind of too many. See, I'm just going crazy again. Just sprinkle them in. They don't remember the seeds aren't very big, so they don't go very deep. And I think I'm going to have too many, but I can thin them. I didn't last time and I regret it. There we go. And I'm just going to leave this. Normally I would water this in, but since I know I'm going to turn on my sprinkler tonight, they're going to be thoroughly watered in. I'm leaving these out because if you remember, I want to put them in my garden journal, and I keep track. I try to keep track when I planted them and when they germinate and all that good stuff. And that kind of helps you determine the viability of your seeds too. I was just looking at my journal from last year, my fall journal, and trying to figure out when I'm going to start planting indoors. I don't want these to fall out. Darn it. Just hang on, guys. Sorry. I want to, I'm going to set these here. I put in my phone when I want to start planting my cruciferous indoors, because especially like Brussels sprouts, they take the longest, I think. Then you got cauliflowers, broccolis, cabbages, that kind of thing. So those are all going to go indoors along with my beets. Since I've been successful, I'm not going to change it. So I do want to put a marker in there so I know not to plant anything there. Once they come up, you'll obviously know you've got something planted there. Hopefully you can identify it's a radish. I'm just putting radish. I'm not putting all the varieties, because you can tell what they are by the little globes or the radish themselves. I'm just going to stick that right there. And we'll leave these out. And that's all there is to it. So I don't think I have enough zinnias to cut and put in a jar, but I want to try to put some. Maybe I can put some of my marigolds in a jar too with the zinnias. We'll see. Maybe I want a bouquet in my house. Okay, so I'm over here at my onions, and I'm kind of scared to do all of them because I don't want to uproot all of them, but I guess it's kind of an experiment. So what I've done is really trounced up the soil. There we go. Pulled all the weeds. I think I'm going to snip a couple of these beet leaves off of here just to get them out of the way. Those are either for my chickens or my Vitamix. We don't know. So here we go. I've got a nice little bed. I have dug up a clump of my onions here. So the goal is to plant, I think she said 3 to 4 together. I'm going to set them right here. So I'm making a little furrow right here. And there's one clump. And we'll just, these might be my little torpedo onions. I don't know. They kind of look like that. And keep the root ball together. And plant another little clump right there. I want to plant them far enough apart to where they can bulb up. And once they start bulbing up, they just kind of come away from each other. That's what hers did. So we're going to hope this works. And I want to make sure their roots are firmly in the soil. I think, I don't know if you can see this. Let me get it closer. See the little root system? Oopsie, come back over here. There's just 3 on that one. So I'm going to divide these right in half gently. There we go. Put them right in there. Nestle them in. Now, I don't know if they're going to respond very well to being transplanted. That's the whole part I'm scared about. So I'm putting, uh-oh, one of these got loose. Let's put him right down in here. Come on, little fella. So I've got 3 to 4 per grouping. I'm hoping That's going to work. Build up the soil around it. And there's another, I'm going to put another row right about there. I'd say 6 inches apart. And like I said, I don't know what happened to my marker, but these look like little red, baby red torpedo onions to me. So that's, I think I have a couple different varieties of those. So I'm going to do, there's another clump right here. I know this is taking a while, sorry. And I kind of dig out far away from them so as I don't damage their little root system. I don't know how deep it is. So I think I can get 2 groupings out of this one. Yeah. There's 1. And there's 2. These guys I might water in just because I have really disturbed them. I think that's probably, and it's going to be hot out here. So I don't know that I want to mess with the other ones. Well, maybe I will. Oh, goodness. Now I have some other onions over, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing, right over here. And they're looking nice and healthy too, but they're so close together, they're not really getting a chance to grow. So I think I'm going to make another furrow, another 6 inches back. They're far enough, I think. There's another clump here. I don't know what those are. I think they're, I know these are bunching onions right here, and they're doing quite well. All right, so I'm going to dig this one up. I think this is the same thing. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so there's like, there's 3. Get them all, push them down in there. All the soil up around them. All right. Now for our next trench, here's, ooh, that's too many. There we go. Now this dirt is pretty soft, so they should have, it should be loose enough for them to bulb up, I'm hoping. It's loose enough to grow beets in, that's for sure. All right, so it only looks like there are two groups of 4 here. And these ones still also look like red bunching onions. Now, I know when you buy onion starts, they come in huge bundles like this. So I'm hoping that this didn't really bother them too much. There. Now I just kind of want to make sure I have plenty of soil around them all. And mind you, this is an experiment because I do grow these indoors. Lots of seed per cup or pot, if you will. And yeah, I'm hoping this will work. So I'm going to fill up my watering can and sprinkle these in a little bit. All right, so wish me luck. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Please let my little onions grow. One other thing I wanted to do is I raked up all my pine straw. I kind of want to put that in between the rows just to hopefully the birds won't pluck these out, because that's what I had trouble before. I used to plant one seedling at a time in rows, and the birds I found are big onion fans. Don't ask me why. And they would pluck my little seedlings out, but when I planted them, left them, this is the first time I've ever put huge clumps of them in like this. They didn't seem to bother them. Now, isn't that strange? I don't know what that's about. But there, now we've got a little bit of protection there. Maybe they won't see them. I don't know. I'm going to try. All right, there we go. So they got a little bit. And as they get bigger, I'll put more around them. All right, since I'm almost to the end of my pickled beets, I am going to harvest some beets because it takes them a good 3 to 4 days to taste delicious. So we're going to... Oh, this is kind of sad. See, this is what usually happens to me. I get all of this growth and they don't really bulb up. So this one apparently did not. But that's okay, because the beet greens are delicious for us and chickens. So there we go. I'm going to save that. Okay, that's more like it. Oh, there's little spiders down in here. Now you've got your clumps of 3, remember? So you want to pluck the largest of the 3, and that gives the others, look at this beauty, more room to grow. This is like Christmas, I tell you, because that's still kind of little. Ooh, here's a nice one. What do we got? That one looks like the biggest. Oh, I dug up the babies. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let's put these guys back in the ground here. There we go. Come on back up here, boys. These are the Shiraz beets. That's that big one I just dug up for you folks. There we go. Okay. I'm going to dig. Well, I'm going to take both of these. These are Shiraz as well. That other one was a Shiraz, and it was all by its... Oh, no. That was a 3-root Grex. The one that didn't really bulb up. Isn't that interesting? But here's these 2. I'm kind of sad because I wish I would have grown more. Now that I know I can grow them. These are, it just says mixed beets, but look at that guy. Da, 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 da. I think I'm going to take this one. He got growed up too. He's a little guy, but that's okay. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. Here's another one of those varieties. It didn't respond well to the 3. There's 2 of them here. But look at this guy. He's huge. So I'm thinking it was the 3-root Grex. That says mixed. Mixed. I want to say it was the 3-root Grex that didn't respond well to the... You know, I really don't have that many beets left. It makes me want to just pluck them all. Holy monkeys, look at the size of that one. These guys are the Shiraz. All right, I'm going to plant the Shiraz beets over and over and over. I'm going to get all of these. These guys are great and hardy. They like it. So this one, this is also Shiraz. I'm just going to pick them all. It makes me sad, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to say the Shiraz were a success, and the 3-root Grex were not. And then the other ones were just mixed beets. So no more beets. Doesn't this look sadly bare? But this is room for something else. So if my whole onion thing works over there, then I have a bunch more over there that are bulbing onions that I'm going to put right in this area. So there's always something else we can plant. So we're going to say, I'm going to leave the Shiraz out, the steak, so I know I like those. Shiraz, Shiraz, Shiraz. I'm going to say that. I'm going to put that in my journal too. Okay, so I got all the work done, if you want to call that work. It's actually pretty fun to me, but I'm going to bring you guys over here. Come on down. Down we go. Hang on. There we are. And I am going to trim up my ever-blooming calendulas. I'm telling you, these things, even if you don't do anything medicinal, you don't drink herbal teas, none of that business, just to grow these for the beautification of your area. If you miss an opportunity to grow these, you're missing out because they're fantastic. All right, I'm going to go around the other side and we'll pick some more. They're just so beautiful and so prolific. Last year, I don't know what happened last year. It was the first year I grew them, and for some reason, only one plant survived, and it got ginormous, and I got so many calendulas off of it. It was crazy. So that's about all out of this grove that I can pick. I do have some okra over there I'm going to snatch. My little clicker's not working. I don't know why. I don't think I have my Bluetooth on. All right, I got my clicker to work. There is a Star of David okra. He's still kind of young, but these things grow so fast. I'm going to go ahead and pick him. Then I've got some behind me. This is the Clemson Spineless. They're the longer, skinnier ones. I only grow 2 varieties. They have these beautiful purple ones, but I thought I couldn't justify buying more seed when I still had quite a bit. These guys germinate quite well, and once it gets hot, they're very prolific. But look at this. And if you haven't seen me before, I don't know what kind of seed this is. Oh, it's an okra I grew from seed directly right into the ground. I need to get these weeds out of the way so it can continue growing. Anywho, what I do is I wash them, cut them into rings, and I keep a Ziploc bag of seasoned, whatever seasoning you like, seasoned flour in the bag. And there, now they have room. Those two are too close together, but that's okay. They'll be all right. So anywho, and then you take them out as you need them, and you go ahead and fry them up. Oh, there's a big, beautiful bumblebee right there cleaning her little antennae. Whew. I want to show her to you. Hold on. There she is. Look at her. She's just cleaning off her little antennae. Isn't she gorgeous? Probably drinking the dew out of the leaves too. Oh, that makes my heart so happy. I decided to pull out all these radishes, and this one is actually edible. The rest are all chicken food. I got a nice lemon cucumber. More radishes, mostly chicken food, but I did get some radishes, so I'm excited. I think I'm going to actually put them in my stir fry. Oh, I have to show you this. This is not good. See how all these little things are munched on? Look. Oh, maybe I was just joking you. It looked like I had some hornworm or tomato worm action on here. I guess I don't. I looked up close and they're just new baby leaves. But if you come out here and it's a good lesson and you see a lot of munching going on, little skeletons of your tomatoes plants, leaves, they eat the leaves, they leave the stems. That is a classic sign of hornworms. And the best way, I've only done it once, I don't like to be out here by myself at night, is to come out with a blue light. I could have sworn I saw some hornworm action, but maybe I was just being, obviously I was just being paranoid. Okay, everything's fine. So anyways, that is a classic sign. See, now look, see how these blossoms are missing right here? Oh, and right here. That is kind of indicative of hornworm signs. Look. So I don't know. I'm going to have to keep an eye on these. Makes me kind of nervous. Something snipped those off. So now what I'm going along is just snipping up any yellowish, dead-looking leaves, whether it be cucumber, whatever. And I'm tying them up. And I did get some more of my beautiful yarrow. I'm so tickled with that. Super excited. I have grown a lot of different things this year that I've always wanted to grow, but haven't quite. Oh, look, there's a baby volunteer tomato right there. I don't remember what I had there last year. Might have to look at last year's video. That's crazy. And look at those cute little teddy bear sunflowers. I don't know how big. I'll have to read up on my anchos. My sister gave me these seeds. Look at those babies. These are the kind, I believe, either these or poblanos, which I don't think I grew, are the type that you use to do chile rellenos. And the other two are growing big and tall, and they're trying to top these marigold, it looks like. They got lots of blossoms though. Look at that beautiful little dude. That's one of those black from Tula. Tula. I guess it's Tula. It's one L. These are the Oregon Spring, which I absolutely love. I just ordered more mortgage lifters because I am completely out of those seeds and I forgot to save seeds from last year. Let's see. Oh, pretty little zinnia. Look at this beautiful market bean. I'm just going to have to kind of feed it along this thing here. And it's going to choke out this poor little dill here shortly. Ah, look at this beautiful sea of dill. I'm sorry, I'm admiring my garden. I'm just in love with it. Every year I'm in love with it. Okay, now this is what I mean by these guys, the tomatillos. They're insanely prolific. I just keep carefully intertwining them with my trellis. Otherwise, I wouldn't even look. This one's coming clear out into the walkway. I wouldn't even be able to move around out here. It's insane. And it doesn't seem to hurt it. I just keep doing it. But look at this, because this will overshadow all of this down here if I don't tuck it back in. Let's see. This one almost needs to be tied because it's going to bounce right back out. But look at that. And they smell delicious. So beautiful. I just deadheaded this guy, the Cracker Jack Marigold, yesterday, but there's yet another one. Oh, I thought this was turning. I was like, oh, they kind of might be. They're a different shade of green. Oh, that's just lovely. These guys need to be pushed back in. Look at the size of these guys. They're so big, they're leaning out of the thing. I keep trying to make it go around there, but I haven't tied it to that. I probably should, I guess. And look at that. My nettle, stinging nettle. Oh, look, the cone flowers are starting to give it a growth spurt. Those things are so slow growing. I just can't believe it. All right. Now, this guy is, see how these are brownish? The fronds are drying up. This guy is ready to be cut down to the ground. But first, I'm going to I just pinch him with my thumb. That's why my thumbs look so ugly and gross when I go to town, even with the brush. And these guys, if you've never grown calendula, are super sticky. Okay, so this is my ridiculous bunch. I still might come in here and just trim these guys back to the ground and just save the biggest one and the curly leaf one for seeds because I am going to have parsley everywhere. Okay, sorry. Look at this. I got to take a picture of that. That is just so, even if this thing never grew beans, look at that. It's crazy beautiful. And look, this guy has 3 zinnias. See, this guy over here is overshadowing my basil. And this guy is finally starting to put blooms off. This is my brandywine tomato. Look. Let me get a little better. Sorry. It's got blooms. This guy's kind of finicky compared to all the other tomatoes I've grown. I do want to trim some of these off. There are some suckers. I should have showed it to you, darn it. These are kind of stiff. Hang on. All right, here we go. All right, so I do want to get this guy. Any yucky looking leaves like over here, get these out. Don't just drop them in your bed either, because you don't know why they're acting like that. I don't honestly know, but I do know that this guy, it seems to be slower and more finicky than all the others. I am terrible with my camera, sorry. There, so you want to get all of that crap off of there. I shouldn't say crap, sorry. Alright, so let me get back to my flowers. This is what I do, is I cut things, drop them in the bed, and then forget to come back and get them. And I'm like, I could have sworn I harvested this, this, and that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I did. Alright, so all of these, oh, over here there's some icky ones. Oh, I'm going to switch hands here, guys. Sorry. I do want these off of there. I don't like them because if they are diseased, they will spread to the rest of the tomatoes and the rest of the plants. So you want to cut that stuff right out of there. There we go. And don't leave it laying in your bed. See, these things that I just trimmed up, I lay in the bed, let them go back into the soil. But when they're damaged, any kind of yellow or mold looking or what have you, don't leave those in your beds. I totally forgot to do my sign off. I was getting ready back to the house and I'm like, what am I forgetting? I got all my gardening implements. I got my harvest. I got my tripod, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. God bless you all and happy gardening. Until next time, bye-bye.